And we are good. Welcome everybody to the World Global Network Business Opportunity Presentation. My name is Jeff Giammalva, and I'm excited to be your host tonight to share with you some exciting information about a company that is really taking the network marketing industry by storm. And the purpose of this call is to really share with you some information. And I will promise you this, because you have to understand something. There's two types of people on this call right now. There's people that have already made a decision to get involved with World Global Network, and there's people looking at this for the very first time, okay? So I always talk to both groups. For the people that are looking at this for the first time, here's my promise. By the time this is over, this will either make sense to you or it won't. This is not designed to try to convince people to do our business. We have people right now that are getting involved with World Global Network, and they're out there to supplement their income. Some people are looking to replace an income, and some people are looking to become financially independent. So you're going to receive that information, and like I said before, you'll know if this is something you want to pursue. For the people that are in the business, here's what I'm going to ask of you, because a lot of you get on these calls every night. Listen to the call as if you had to relay the information. And I promise you, you will listen differently, especially those people that are on every single night. Because what I want people to understand is our system is very simple and everybody can do it. And that's why we have such momentum. We have a very simple business plan. So let's get into the information. World Global Network is a 5-year-old publicly held company based in Miami, Florida. Now, here's the funny part. They're based in Miami, but they started the company in Northern Europe and Northern Africa. Last year, they did $157 million in business. But they recently identified that the multi-level marketing world was changing. And they wanted to be the first to market wearable technology into this industry. So now, officially in September, they are now launching into the United States and around the rest of the world. And there lies the opportunity. So that's a little bit about World. Let me tell you a little bit about how we got started, because I think it's an important story. My wife and I have been involved in the industry of network marketing now for 24 years. And 22 of those years, we've been full-time in the industry. So here's what happened. I was working out one day, and I received a text message from somebody I respect a lot. That person's name is Mr. Jeremy Roma. Now, he texted me, but he also understood I was with a company and was at that time for 16 years. We were their #1 earners and #1 producers. So I wasn't looking for an opportunity. But here's what the text message said. It said, "Hey, bro. Hope all is well with you and Lisa. I see you're killing it in your primary business, but I'm very excited about something. And because of my respect for you and Lisa, I would love your opinion. Would you please watch this 2-minute video?" That was the text. So because of my respect for Jeremy, I went home and Lisa and I both watched that video. Some of you have seen it. If you haven't, you got to watch the 2-minute video. And almost simultaneously, we both looked at each other and said, "That's unique. I've never seen anything quite like this in the industry of network marketing." You want to know why? Because there's nothing quite like it in network marketing. So I saw it as something that I believed was going to be very big. But remember, I had a primary company. And so Jeremy said, "Listen, I know you're dead set against what I'm about to tell you. But here's my suggestion. Just start building World Global Network underground outside of your existing group." And so you got to understand, I would teach people, thousands of people, not to do what I was about to do. But I could not deny the fact that this was something very special. So I started sending out instant messages of that 2-minute video to people within my inner circle. And guess what? People wanted more information on the product. A lot of people wanted to buy the product, and some people want to know more about the business. So after doing that for 5 weeks, we had way more momentum with World Global Network than we did our primary company. So guys, the writing was on the wall, as you could start to see. So prior to making our final decision, I had a checklist. I had to make sure certain things checked out before my wife and I walked away from a company that we were with for 16 years. And it started with the leadership. I had to meet the owners. The second thing was the product. Yes, I understood the initial product, but I want to know what their plans were for future products. Don't you want to know that? And the third thing was timing and training. Because I know any company who's ever hit $1 billion in sales had that foundation in place. So this is how I do my presentations. I walk you through what I saw. Now, just to give you the answer to the test, 7 weeks ago, we walked away from a company that we were with in total for 16 years. And we are now full-time in World Global Network. So obviously, they passed. So what I want to share with you first and foremost, and I do want you guys to remember this particular slide as I go through the presentation, because I think World Global Network embodies what Mr. Bill Gates believes about business. Okay, I don't think anybody here is going to debate whether or not Mr. Bill Gates is successful, but understand how he thinks when it comes to business. He says the secret to success is to determine where the business world is going and get there first. Remember that. Determine where the business world is going and get there first. So, on our journey to get our questions answered, we flew to Miami, Florida. So we met Mr. Fabio Galdi, the CEO and founder of World Global Network. Now, instantly we hit it off. Why? We're both Italian. But that's where it basically ended, because he was a technology guy. I'm sales and marketing my whole life. And just so you know our backgrounds, okay, I spent 14 years with the largest health and fitness chain in the world. I didn't go to college, barely made it through high school, started working as a minimum wage employee for Bally Health Clubs, and after 9 years, I became corporate vice president of sales and marketing. Because of my industry going through changes, those changes affected my pay in a negative way. My wife, who was a stay-at-home mom, wanted to contribute financially, and she was looking for something with flexibility. She found network marketing. This is 24 years ago, you guys. Our kids were 4 and 1. She started working her multi-level marketing business from home, spare time, part-time, and 2 years later, she retired me. Now, that's the short version. And this is all we've done now together for 24 years. So that's our background. But I want you to understand Mr. Fabio Galdi's background. Okay, look at his bio. He founded the company in 2011, but in 1994, he founded the second largest ISP in Italy and 5th largest in Europe. In 2002, he introduced one of the first touch screens into the market. And 2005, developed one of the first successful voice over IP platforms. Obviously, when it came to technology, okay, that's his background. But here's what I want to share with you. And this was a pivotal moment in us making our decision, what I'm about to tell you. We went to lunch, okay, the first day. And here's what he said, and this is good for all of you to know. He said, Jeff, as you know, the network marketing industry is huge. And by the way, last year it did $186 billion in worldwide sales. 186 billion. But if you really break it down, it comes from 3 categories of companies. The first category I was very familiar with. It's all the companies, and there's hundreds, that exist within nutritional supplements. That's where we lived for 24 years. And everybody has a weight loss product. And everybody has an energy drink. And everybody has a super juice. And everybody has antioxidants. And all these companies compete in that same space. Nothing wrong with it. Then you got your second category. That's your health and beauty companies. your skincare companies like Nerium, Mary Kay, Avon, Nu Skin. These are multi-billion-dollar companies. But understand, they all have similar products. Your third category is your service companies, the ones that deal with financial services, travel, right? All telecommunications, and they all exist in services. But here's what Mr. Fabio Galdi said that got me to understand this was different. You guys ready for this? He said, Jeff, I'm not looking to copy what everybody else has done. I have identified that the network marketing industry needs to move into technology, and I'm going to get there first. And he says, I have the best wearable technology product that's going to put us on the map. Do you guys see the difference? He wasn't talking about jumping in with another juice or another cream. He was going to be a category creator. And I believe our 24 years has brought us to this time and this place with what I'm calling the perfect storm of opportunity. Now, you may think that's hype. Doesn't really matter. I'm telling you why I was excited. And when you look at it, he said, I have the greatest category creator product, like I just told you, that's going to put us on the map. And then he talked about his relationship with a $50 billion or a company called Toshiba. He says this product is powered by Toshiba. Now, let me ask you all a question, because some of you are doing your due diligence. Do you think Toshiba did a little due diligence prior to entering into this agreement with World Global Network? And there's been press releases talking about this relationship. But see, this is credibility, but also understand this company is also publicly traded. Now, I'm going to share with you a very lucrative business plan, and you're going to see how you could participate in this compensation plan. But the other vision of Mr. Fabio Galdi is this. He would love everybody to be vested not only in what they can do, but in the company's success as a whole. And because we're just building the foundation of this company right now, they are going to be releasing stock option incentive programs as you climb the compensation plan. And when you start to see where we are and where we're about to go, believe me, you're going to want some of this action. Because in 2015, this company that started with voice over IP and a phone in 2 remote areas of the world did $157 million in business. The reason you see us going to $1 billion by 2018 is because we created a new category with a new product launching into the United States for the very first time. And the reason you see another $1 billion by 2020 to $2 billion is because we're able to operate in 195 countries. Now, this is a very important point. Most companies in network marketing have to get their product approved before they go into other countries because they have different ingredients, and ingredients have to be approved by the Department of Health of each individual country. That could be a process. Here, you don't have to get technology approved. So right now, here's where we're at, and you need to understand this. We are building the foundation. The next 18 months, we're going to be building the foundation that's going to take our company to $2 billion. You know what the foundation is? Us. This is a people referral business, and that's how we're going to build the base. And the people that have the ability to see something before it happens are usually the ones that make all the money. So here's a little tip. If you're going to take this journey with us, think of people you know, obviously in your hometown. But think of people you know in different cities, different states, and yes, different countries. Because that is where we're at as a company right now. Okay, now, here's how we're going to do it. It's called wearable technology. Now, here's the honest to God truth. I had no idea what this was 5 months ago. If you would have said wearable technology to me, I would think you're wearing an iPad around your neck. Okay? I had no idea what it meant. So when I said that to Mr. Fabio Galdi when I first met him, okay, he said, you need to at least read 2 articles. So he made me read an article in Forbes magazine that just talks about how this industry is projected to be $34 billion strong by 2020. But the one I really related to was the one in Time magazine. Can you see the Time magazine article, or is it blocked? Can you see that, Nicole? You can't see it? Okay. Watch. I'm talking to Nicole because I could see her for some reason. All right, watch. Okay. So the one in Time magazine, you know what it says? This is why I related to it. It says how wearable tech will change your life, like it or not. Now, as soon as I saw that, I remembered an article that I read in 1985. I know I'm aging myself, but in 1985, there was an article. I forget what publication it was in. It said how your cellular service and cell phone technology will change your life, like it or not. Now, Business Insider is talking about the end of the smartphone era is coming. Now, do you guys remember what the first cell phone looked like? I'm going to challenge you. Google the brick phone. It was about a foot long. It weighed about 20 pounds. And I promise you, if you look at that, you're going to say, how's that going to change my life? But let me ask everybody here, has it? See, if you're like me, if this is not within 5 feet of me, I get nervous. But see, this is what Mr. Fabio Galdi is talking about when it comes to wearable technology. And by the way, let's not just take his word for it. The signs are all around us. Have you been to Target lately? There's an aisle now dedicated to wearable technology. I was at Best Buy yesterday buying my new computer. Okay, and I went and I said, where's your wearable technology aisle? They have 2 aisles now dedicated to wearable technology. Now, here's what this means for all of us. We are first to market wearable technology in the industry of network marketing. Now, do you guys see the difference here? See, what separates our wearable technology from everybody else is we have a business attached to it. And this is how we're going to do it. It's called the Hilo. It's the most advanced wearable on the market. This is our category creator. This is how we're going to go from where we are to $2 billion. Now, the best way to explain the Hilo is this. It's like having a doctor with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Because I'm constantly in tune with what's going on in my body. Because what this can do, it could go out there and perform blood pressure test, your heart rate. It can perform an EKG, sleep quality, breath rate, emotions, fatigue, steps, calories, guardian function, and a panic button. Now, remember my second thing I was looking for? The first was leadership. And when he shared with me his vision, there was a check mark there. That was done. The second thing was product. So here's the question I asked. I said, what are your plans for future products? And I loved his answer. You guys ready for the answer? Here's what he said. He said, Jeff, what version of iPhone is out right now? I said, iPhone 7. He says, does iPhone 7 have more features than 6? Yes. And 6 more than 5? Of course. And when iPhone 8 is about to be introduced, won't people line up and sleep overnight so they could be first to get the new iPhone 8? Absolutely. He said, that's Hilo. The same thing the telecommunications did with the smartphone, we're going to do with Hilo. So this right now is the Hilo Classic. And this device right now, when you see the comparison chart, nothing compares to this one. But do you know they just released the second Hilo called Hilo LX, starting to ship in March? And do you realize they're already designing Hilo 5? So understand, technology changes. And as technology changes, right, we're going to get better products either through a firmware update, check out my big knowledge, right, or a new device. Just like you get updates on your cell phone, it's the same thing. So it enhances the value of your helo. And people go, what happens when the new one comes out? Let me ask you a question. Okay, if you don't have the iPhone 7, but you have an iPhone 4, does it still work? Okay, you just have to understand the vision of where we're taking this. Now, here's some of the features right now. How many people do you know, think, that needs to be monitored? Let me give you an example. My dad had triple bypass surgery. He's prone to high blood pressure. My mom had double hip replacement. My father-in-law has Alzheimer's. These are people that need to be monitored. Let me give you an example. Since I bought the family pack, okay, and I'm going to share with you what that is, I gave my dad a helo. Why? Because I want to be able to monitor my dad's blood pressure. So I could actually go into settings and put, if my dad's blood pressure goes above this amount, and I put it in, please notify me and my sister. Now, is that not maybe prevention? Where normally no one would know what's going on until something drastically happens? So that's peace of mind. And then if something does happen, there's a panic button. I'm going to tell this story here in a second, okay? A panic button. So panic button is pressed. Right now, guardians that are listed are notified of exactly what time the panic button was pressed and the exact GPS location of where they were when they pressed it. Now, here's why I'm laughing. My wife and I went to go see a movie last night. It's called Split, okay? And here's the premise. It's a guy with multiple personalities, okay, who abducts 3 girls. And he puts them in these rooms. And I'm thinking to myself, me and Lisa going, if these girls had a panic button, this would be a 3-minute movie, right? It wouldn't be 2 hours. They'd press the panic button, the help would come, and they'd be rescued. That's my little sidebar. See, I have to amuse myself during these things. So that's the panic button, okay? Now, Mr. Fabio Galdi also wanted a health benefit to the product. Makes sense? I'm thinking to myself, well, how are you going to do that? Okay, so here's what he did. He came across, wait a minute, am I not coming in right? Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, thanks. You guys, see how ADD I am? Someone writes to me and I read it, okay? And I'm being recorded. Sidebar. Okay, so here's what happened. He came across something called germanium stones. Now, I'm not going to make any product claims, so I'm going to give you all some homework. Google the benefits of germanium stones. Here's what I will tell you. If you go to Amazon and Google germanium stone bracelets, people will spend upwards of $500 for these bracelets because they work. So he's embedded the germanium stones into the band of the helo. And when you see the benefits, you're going to be absolutely amazed. What I can tell you, because it's on this slide, it promotes circulation, promotes a better quality of sleep, and as you can see, it also has a natural antioxidant. So that's the health benefit to the helo. Now, let me share with you now. I'm going to give you a preview. Because up until now, I've shared with you Helo Classic. And once again, not to repeat myself, but the Helo Classic is the best on the market today. But I want to give you a preview of what's coming. Because this is a game changer, guys. Fourth quarter of 2017, this already has had a press release attached to it. It's going to be the launch of the world's first wearable, non-invasive, continuous blood glucose estimation technology using world's smart wristband called the Helo. Now, I want you to think about the power of this. How many people do you think don't even know, but they're pre-diabetic? How many people are type 2? How many people are diabetic and they have to keep track of their blood glucose levels? But the only way they can do it is by pricking the skin. This is patented technology that's coming in 2017. And we are going to have that technology. Now, do you understand where we're going with this? And put it this way, if we just capture 1% of this market, 1%, we're a $2 billion company. So that's what's coming. So the whole idea is to build a base as big as we can up until the launch. So you don't wait till the launch, you get involved before the launch because you're ahead of the what? Of the curve when this thing goes live. So that's the whole idea. Now let me tell you what else is coming. What if I told you this is going to have a mosquito shield? What if I told you it was going to be able to register blood alcohol levels? Can you imagine that, moms? Can you imagine if I had that when I was 16, just got my car, going to a high school party and downing beers? And my mom's monitoring my blood sugar, my blood alcohol levels. And all of a sudden I get a call. Don't you dare drive, I'm coming to pick you up. Or how about this one? Okay, I know I'm over the limit because I have it. And it says in 3 hours, you'll be under the limit if you stop drinking now. So you're aware of it. So that's coming down the pike. Okay, but right now, I keep saying that. Right now, there's no comparison. Because people say, well, what else is out there? Well, let me just be very straight. Okay, are there other products out there that do similar things? Of course. Okay, you'd have to be under a rock if you haven't seen a Fitbit commercial. Right? Every other commercial is Fitbit during the holidays. Garmin, Microsoft, Apple, Samsung, they all play in this space. But just simply do this. Look what they do versus us. Most of them do it heart rate, calories, and steps. But when you see what we do, automatically people assume we're the most expensive. But we're not. So you could spend from $150 all the way up to where I work out, a place called Lifetime Fitness. They have a device that does exactly those three things, $599. We sit at $319, and that's with the germanium stones. So we're right there in the sweet spot. And by the way, we're getting national attention through somebody we personally introduced named Fran Gatto out of the East Coast. Out of the East Coast. Did you hear my wife grinding the peppercorns? Okay. Out of the East Coast, she introduced us to somebody that's very influential in technology. And he was contacted by Fox News. And they asked him, what products are you excited about for 2017? Because we're doing a segment New Year's Day on new technology trends. He went on Fox and Friends nationally, New Year's Day, and look at the title. Technology trends that will dominate 2017. Okay, so when that aired, it was national, all over the place. And the only way someone can get this product is through an independent distributor of World Global Network. Do you think that enhances the opportunity? And then we were featured in the largest technology show in the world in Las Vegas in the first week. Because Toshiba had one of the biggest booths and they featured the Hilo. And when you look at it, see the person on the right hand? This guy's in Asia. He did an EKG on himself and it came up abnormal. And he took it seriously. And he went to the hospital where they performed a medical EKG and they told him, if you didn't get here when you did, you would have had serious health problems. So that's a real testimonial. But right here, this put us on the map. This was huge for us, guys, this Fox News National segment. And now you know what's happening? Local affiliates are picking up on the story and airing it. So when I talk about perfect storm of opportunity, everything is coming together. But I want to share with you our newest product. Okay, and I take the time because I want you guys to understand this. Okay, see, Hilo is on your wrist, and this is how it reads your vitals. But it works in conjunction with your smartphone. because it's an app. So if I go to my smartphone and I click Hilo, right, there's my vitals right now. So my blood pressure right now is 122/78. My heart rate's 66. Okay, tells me my sleep, my steps, because I worked out today, my calories. So this works how? With my cell phone, right? Now stay with me here. What does everybody now know about their cell phone? Everybody now knows, scientifically proven, not to do this. Women, don't lay it here, and men, don't put it in your pocket. Why? Because it throws off radiation. So 2 weeks ago, the company launched something called BioZen. It's scientifically and medically proven to reduce the harmful effects of, here's the buzzword now, called electrosmog. You're going to be hearing a lot about electrosmog. It protects you from the radiation your cell phone throws off, and it works on all devices. We're giving 3-year-olds iPads and iPhones to play with. Here, little Johnny, go play, bzzz, right? So this protects, and this is my BioZen. It's on the back of my cell phone. You put it closest to your battery. Medically proven with scientific studies being released associated with it. Think there's a market for this? There's only 7 billion cell phones out there, and it works on all devices. Okay, so that's our newest product. I'm just giving you the idea. Obviously, the company is thinking, well, if you need a smartphone for Hilo, let's protect people. So that's our newest product. So now let's move into the money, okay, if that's okay. Because I will share with you this. This opportunity that I'm going to share with you is something that you can do spare time, part-time. You can move into full-time. And I tell you, some people do it all the time. Okay, that's me and Lisa. We're both full-time, but we started in the industry very spare time, part-time. That's how most people start. They don't quit their day jobs. They're going to devote about 4 to 6 hours a week so they can make an extra $500, $1,000, $2,000 a month. Because I want to stop right there. What would an extra $500 to $2,000 a month mean for most households? So we talk about the big numbers, but I know an extra $500 a month changes people's financial situations. But then people move into replacing incomes. And that's happening very quickly here at World. And then you got some people becoming financially independent. All the above happens here. You got people that do nothing, and guess what they make? Nothing. Then you got people do a little, and what do they make? A little. So I'm going to share with you the comp plan, and you could put your own numbers and your own dreams and goals to it. But what I want to share with you first is this. These are our global master distributors. And I want to tell you the background here. Chanita and Nat have over 30 years of experience. They have made a lot of money in the industry. It was actually Chanita that first met with Mr. Fabio Galdi in April 2016. And the conversation was Mr. Fabio Galdi saying, I have identified that I'm going to move the direction away from what I was doing into wearable technology. Chanita bought into his vision, and they put together the plan. And then after April, they launched in Thailand in July with this new wearable technology. So way less than a year ago, and they're already ranked number 10 in worldwide earners all throughout network marketing. We're talking about competing with companies that have been around for 60 years. And they started in July. And we now have 8 out of the top income earners in all the world of network marketing. And you could do your own research from Business from Home, and you could see the unbelievable amounts of money that these people are earning in a short period of time. Okay, but those are our global master distributors. Now let's go into the money. Here's what I find very unique, and a lot of network marketing people that have been involved in other companies are going to appreciate this. We are a consumer-driven opportunity. because we have no joining fee. So the way someone gets started is by becoming a consumer. See, Mr. Fabio Galdi understands some people are not going to want to do network marketing, but everybody could enjoy our product. But why not let your consumers be a referral source for you? So everybody that joins gets a free website. Whether they use it or not, they have one. And then if somebody they share the product with wants the product, they could simply share with them their link, and the thank you we're going to give that person for doing such is a 10% referral commission. Don't you love this? I have people now that aren't doing the network marketing piece referring me people because they like the product. That's never happened in 24 years for me. That's so refreshing. And the reason they do it is because there's no risk. There's no sign-up fee. And right now, we have no congestion and we have no competition in the market. So I love the fact that they even thought this through. That why not have your consumer sending you people? So that's how people get started. Just become a consumer. Now, if you want to participate in the network marketing piece, I'm going to walk you through it. Okay? I want you to understand there's many different ways of earning money here. The first way I just went over. You sell the product by sending people to your website, you make a 10% immediate income. This immediate income, this is important, is paid weekly because we want people earning money quickly because that's what gets people excited. The second way you earn money, and I never like to assume everybody understands network marketing. Network marketing, the reason it's so lucrative is because you're able to build a team. And it's much better to receive a percentage off a team versus 100% off your efforts. No one debates that. So the way we build our team here is through a binary commission plan. I'm going to give you the concept. If you start with us, you're going to start building this team with 2 people. And through 2 people who find a few people who find a few people, and you take that down multiple generations of people, okay, all of a sudden you have a group. So here's what happens, because this is growing very quickly. Every week, the company takes a snapshot of your 2 teams. So watch. Let's just say, for argument's sake, this team had $20,000 in business. And this team had $15,000 in business. The company looks at it and they go, we're going to pay you up to 20% of the matching volume of your 2 teams. So if I had 20,000 here and 15,000 here, doesn't 15,000 match? What's 20% of 15,000? In that example, that week you would make $3 grand. The other 5,000 that didn't match just rolls into the next week. You don't lose it. Now, that may be a little bit much for some of you, but some of you caught it. But here's what you need to catch. There's so much money being made right now in income number 2, they have to cap it. Because the binary pays down infinite levels. And when you pay down infinite levels, understand $1 only goes so far. So here's the thing, and I want to be very upfront with you. The most you can make on income 2, and I always laugh at this point, but it's true. The most you can make on income 2 is $600,000 a week. I thought you'd all be okay with that. Okay. Now, I get to see these guys sitting around a boardroom going, we got to cap it. What's the cap? And they came up with $600,000 a week. Income 3 works like this. Anybody you personally bring in is what you call your first level. You're not limited. You can bring on as many people as you'd like. Right now, we're at about 70 people that we've personally introduced. Here's the concept. I want every single one of those people to earn a paycheck. Why? Because I'm going to earn a 10% check match on what they earn. 10% check match. It doesn't come out of their pocket. So watch, if I had 70 people making $3,000, what's 10% of 3,000? 300, right? Times 70. And it doesn't stop there. Because when those people sponsor people, is that not my second level? And those people sponsor people, that's my third. This could get paid down 10 levels of people. Okay, now, fourth way we earn money. This to me is the second reason I got involved. Number one, category creator product, brand new in the market. Number two, residual income. If there was a way of securing residual income, if there was a way, this company has figured it out, in my opinion. Because residual income is based on retention. And they figured out how to increase retention 4 times based on a loyalty program that I'm going to share with you at the very end. Do not hang up until you hear about the loyalty program. Next, car bonuses and VIP trips. Qualify at a certain level every month, receive $1,000 a month towards the car of your choice. VIP trips. 4 weeks into this, 4 weeks, we won a trip, all expenses paid, to Dubai. We got back 2 weeks ago. 6-star resort, unbelievable trip, and many more to come. Lamborghini, Ferrari, Rolls-Royce program. To celebrate the launch of this new category creator company into the United States and around the world, Mr. Fabio Galdi said, I want to give away some cars. So here's how it works. Anybody right now, between now and July, who qualifies 4 times at one of the top levels of the company, obviously it's one of the top levels, they fly you to Miami, they take you to a Lamborghini, Ferrari, and Rolls-Royce dealership where you pick out the car, he pays for it and gives you the title. And somebody actually said, once this was presented, if even I won the car, Mr. Galdi, I can't afford the taxes because you got to pay taxes. He goes, okay, we're not going to 1099 you on the car and I'll pay the taxes. They gave away the first 3 in Dubai. Chanita and Nat got a Rolls Royce. Chad and Natita, their kids, got a Lamborghini. These are the first 3 qualifiers. And somebody in Asia got a Maserati paid for. I've never had that incentive, and I've been doing this 24 years. Last, and do not ever say least, because this to me is the sleeper. The leadership stock option programs associated with you climbing the comp plan. Can you imagine? When I got started, guys, 4.5 months ago, the stock was at $2. When we were in Dubai, it was at $26. What do you think is going to happen when the new blood glucose estimation technology comes out? You got to understand. And you have what? 5,000, 10,000, 100. They gave away 100,000 shares to some people. Just gave it to them. What's that worth if it goes up to $100? Do the math. Okay, so that right there is huge. So now, let me walk you through a concept slide. Now, here's the deal. I want to be very straightforward. What I'm about to share with you doesn't work perfectly. It'll never work perfect. I want to give you a concept slide, and you can play with it any way you want to. Because obviously, when you're dealing with people, some people do nothing, some people do a lot. So obviously, we've brought in 70. Pretty good. But Mr. Rabu Gary, some of you were sponsored by him, sponsored over 180 people. But some people do nothing. So just for illustration purposes, let's just say everybody got 2. So first week, you get in and you got 2 people. You put 1 left, 1 right. Okay? Now, how does it grow? Teach those 2 how to get their 2. And teach those 2 how to get their 2. If you took that slow growth over 12 weeks, look how many people you have. Can't argue with it. That's just math. It may not grow in perfect form, but some form of this happens. So here's the whole idea. If I have a group of people buying a product times the percentage I'm earning at is going to equal some type of earnings, right? So just to give you an idea, if everybody just bought 1 helo, And this happened in 12 weeks. That's what you would earn in immediate income. Now you say, okay, that's aggressive in 12 weeks. Okay, what if it took you 12 months? What would an extra six-figure income mean for everybody listening to me right now if that's all that happened in 2017? You know 3% of the people in this country who work full-time make $100,000 a year or more? But see, people buy different packages, and based on the package they choose, you can see how your immediate income increases. My goal is to help everybody achieve their financial goals, whatever that may be. And we help you with these business plans based on what you're willing to do and the effort you're willing to make. That's all. But here's what I want to share with you on this slide. The Hilo is a one-time purchase. You're not required to buy multiple Hilos every month. So what generates the residual income? You know what generates the residual income? Our loyalty program. Our loyalty program is $59 a month. I'm still not going to show you what you get till the end, but I want to get you the concept. Okay, if everybody was on loyalty on this slide, look how much money you're making per month in residual income. You could use loyalty. Some of you know it by auto ship. In other companies, they require you a certain amount of product you have to buy every month to maintain your position, right? Well, we don't have a product that's being consistently delivered. So we have a loyalty plan. You guys get it? Now, this right here, let me shrink this because I'm going to talk to both groups now because this is important. This is our compensation plan. Here's the concept. The more business you and your team does, the more percentages you receive deeper into your organization. So the obvious goal would be to get everybody to Grand President Millionaire. Now, I want to share with you that we're here and we're going to build a very large company, and large companies have a lot of eyes on them. And so we never want to make income claims or product claims because those are the two things that are a big no-no in this industry. Income claims and product claims. So here's how you get around it. Okay, I'm going to share with you. You share with people what the ranking, what dollar amount has to happen for you to receive your ranking. So let me give you an example. I want you guys to play with me here. We have 2 Grand President millionaires. So without me telling you what a Grand President millionaire is making, here's what I can tell you. A Grand President millionaire does between $1 million and $5 million per pay cycle. A pay cycle here is a week. So if that person was making 20% on one bonus, and I said we have a Grand President millionaire and they were consistently doing that per week, and they were making 20%, how much are they making? You do the math. Knowing they do $1 million to $5 million a week. We have 2 of those. Now you want to know what I make? We're presidents. A president does between $50,000, you could see it, to $99,999 per week. At 20%, if we were doing that consistently, what are we making per week? You see, we're presidents. So this is how you do it. So here's the goal for every new person. Ready? Get you to diamond. Every new person, you're going to see this plan. Because diamond's where you qualify for car bonuses. Diamond's where you qualify for VIP trips. Diamond opens up most of the compensation plan. So what does a diamond do? Between $10,000 and $19,999 a week with this whole team. What's 20% of that? See, here's what I do know. If I could get people making from $2,000 to $4,000 a week very quickly, they then believe they could hit the next level. So that's why we want to show everybody the diamond plan, because I know it's realistic. Does it mean you have to stay at diamond day one? No, we got to president our first week, and we thought we were hot stuff until our sponsor told me he got to double president. and his sponsor got to presidential millionaire. So I just want you guys to understand, and like I said, twofold, that's how you get people to believe that they could earn money in this industry. Okay, now, here's all you got to do. For the people brand new, you become a consumer and you pick a package. The first package is this. Okay, it's called a box set. Sorry, guys. Okay, it's called a box set. You get one Hilo LX, you get one germanium plate set, you get one business center, and your cap is $200,000 a week because you get one business center. So you buy one Hilo, you're in. The second package is the family pack. Okay, now remember I told you the new Hilo LXs are coming out? Okay, so you're gonna get 4 Hilo LXs, family pack, and you get one free. Now, and this is gonna sound like a sales pitch, but it's not, okay? They're giving you a Hilo Classic for free while supplies last. And what they're saying is, based on the volume we're doing, that free Hilo Classic will probably end tomorrow. Okay? So, if you want to get the family pack, you get 4 and 1 free, and you get the Hilo Classic now. You get 5 germanium plate sets, 1 for each Hilo. Now, the new Hilo LXs comes with a box of new bands. A box has 5 new bands, different colors. You could interchange them. And here's the difference. You get 3 business centers, so your cap is $600,000 a week. Best way to describe it is you get triple paid on the same dollar as you go back and build out these 2 business centers. Okay? So obviously I started with a family pack because I wanted my family on the product. Third package is a premium pack. It gives you 5 Hilo LXs and 1 free. A Hilo Classic now, 6 of the germanium plate sets, and 6 boxes of bands with 5 each in them, and the 3 business centers. So the family pack is $13.49. The premium pack is $19.99. And then you could add to any one of these the BioZen, the new product, you could add to any package. You get 30 BioZen and 8 free. They come to $35 per BioZen. I have a doctor just got involved. He was all excited about the BioZen. And he said, I'll sell those for $75 a piece. Because if I see someone with a cell phone, who wouldn't buy one? They need to protect themselves. So those are the different packages. Now, that's easy. I love how easy it is to get started here. So now what I want you to understand is the loyalty program. So I know sometimes a lot of you multitask throughout these presentations. Just do me a favor. Just pay attention to this. This is important because I want you to understand why we have such high retention, because that's why you're all doing it. If you're going to do this, it's because you want to have residual income. So watch. You buy your package and you go on loyalty. It's optional and there's no contract. But once I'm done explaining it, you're going to understand why people stay on it. So I want you to focus in on the name of the program, loyalty. We're loyal if we get more value for our money, correct? So let me give you this analogy. How many of you have a credit card that gives you points or miles if you use it? That's a loyalty program. You go to Starbucks, 9 lattes, you get your 10th free. That's a loyalty program. Here's our loyalty. Every time you spend $59, the company gives you back $75 worth of spendable points. These points look at as dollars, and they accumulate. So at the end of the year, you have 900 spendable points. What do you do with them? You go to the World Global Network store and you go shopping. End of the year, you have $900 or points to spend. So what do you buy? Whatever new gadgets are in the store. You may say, give me that new blood glucose Hilo. Give me some more BioZen. Do you know what's coming? Okay, a brand new Italian design folio Android first of its kind phone that works with any service. 20 megapixel camera, best of its kind. So end of the year you go, give me one of those new phones. I want a couple of new Helos and some BIOS in. Aren't you getting more than you put in? That right there puts us head and shoulders above any other company out there. That's the first thing. Second thing you get is you get the LifeLog panic button device on all your Helos. By the way, if you buy a package with multiple Helos, you're not spending $59 per Helo. $59 covers all. You also get a protection plan that covers accidental damage and loss. You get a lot of cloud storage. You actually get a 1,000-seat webinar service. So if you want to communicate with your group, you have a webinar service you could utilize. Here's the big one, in my opinion. The first and this one are the big ones. 1% back at the end of the year on your entire volume of your organization. Now watch. Let's say you made 120 grand this year with World. In order for you to make 120,000, you would have to have done $600,000, excuse me, for the year on your pay leg. Right? Because 20% of 600,000, you made 120 grand. What's 1% of 600,000? You got 6,000 waiting for you at the end of the year, cash, because you were on loyalty. Okay, you can't see yourself making 120,000. Let me ask everybody an honest question. With everything I've shown you here today, do you think you can make 30 grand in 2017? That means you did 150,000 in business, which means you have $1,500 cash waiting for you. Did it not pay for your $59 a month? You got it. This is why I get crazy at this slide, because I've been doing this 24 years, and retention is about 12 to 15%. 12 to 15% in the industry. We're tracking 80+% because of loyalty. This is why a lot of leaders are coming over here from other companies. Because every time someone in your organization gets on loyalty, you're getting paid on that. Because 30 points of the 59 lives in the compensation plan. That's why I said if you had that large group just on loyalty, you're making $24,000 a month. And all you have to do is get on loyalty and have one other person on loyalty, okay? And you qualify and remain qualified for the loyalty program every month. It's not even, no one even thinks about it. Everybody gets on loyalty. But I want to share with you, this is what separates. It's not like you're getting nutritional supplements sent to you every month and you have to move them. Now you understand the value. Okay, meeting's over. That's it. Okay, if you're someone that's a guest, get with the person that brought you on, and if you like what you saw, pick a package and get started. It's that simple. And then we're going to sit down with you and put together your business plan to move quickly. So here's what I always do. Okay, meeting's over, you could log off. But for those people that want to know how to structure their company, I'm going to take a 1-minute break, and I'm going to show you in 7 minutes how to structure your company, and I'm going to show you the exact text and the exact message you need to send to people to get your business off to a fast start. So if you want to hang out, okay, after 1 minute, I'm going to come back and show you exactly what to do and the mentality you have to build this business quickly. Okay, so let me get a drink of water, okay, and I'll see you in 1 minute. Whew. Okay, where'd my Mary go? There you go. Don't you move, Mary. Don't you move. I get lost if Mary's not looking. All right, so most people are going to hang on, looks like. We had 100, now we got, what, 87? All right. Okay, you guys ready? My minute's up. So, first step, you get started, you pick your package. Now, I told you we bought a family pack, and I want you to understand why. We wanted the product, and I want my dad, made sure my dad had it, and my people that I want to monitor. The other thing I wanted is I always want to have a couple of extra helos that if I got somebody started, I wanted to make sure they were leaving with the helo and while they wait for theirs to be shipped. And when they got theirs, they just throw it back to me. Got it? So I have a couple always in rotation out there because I didn't want to be stuck. I'm running a business. So if I'm going to run a business, I'm going to run a business. And it wasn't like I was buying 5 helos every month. It was one time. So that was my mentality. Okay? So now, here's what you have to do. This is important. If you've ever been involved in another network marketing company, I will tell you some companies make you requalify to earn your percentage every month. And if you're not doing certain things every month, you could go backwards in your percentage. Well, you remember how I kept saying you could earn 20%? Well, until you do what I'm about to tell you, you're going to earn at 10%. So structure in the beginning is key, and it only has to happen once, and you never lose your 20%. So you get started, and here's what you have to do. You have to bring 2 people. You have to bring in 450 points on both sides of your business. Points are generated based on the package somebody chooses. If somebody chooses a single pack, there's 100 points. If someone chooses a family pack or above, there's 500 plus points. So the easiest way of getting this done is to put 1 family pack above on the left and 1 family pack or above on the right. You got your points. You are now permanently at 20%. Okay, simple, very straightforward. Now watch this. What if someone doesn't buy a family pack and they buy a single pack? How many points are there? 100. So now if everybody bought a single pack, I have to, through personal production, do 450 points left and 450 points right. So I want to make sure you get this. If I sponsor Nicole, and Nicole does a family pack, that's 100 points for me. But if Nicole sponsors Mary, is that my 100 points or Nicole's? That's Nicole's 100 points. I would have to sponsor Nicole and Mary to have 200 points. I want to make sure you understand that. It's personal production. So that's why, and that's one time. So that's why I said, if you just bring in 2 people, family packed or above, you're done. So now I told you the qualifier. Now let me tell you what I did. I understood this business, and I knew me and Lisa were going to build something very big. And so this is why we did what we did. We didn't want one day to go by where we weren't making 20%. So I want you to have this mentality. Your first 2 people you're bringing in, that's beachfront property. We live in Laguna. Right over here, there's houses overlooking the ocean. That's beachfront property. If those owners decide to sell those houses, no matter what the house looks like, it's going to sell because of the land, right? Do you understand this is land? And these 2 people, these first 2 people are going to sit on top of everything that you do into the future. Because if I bring these 2 people in, where's the 3rd person go? Has to go under here. Where's the 4th person go? Here. 5th, here. And everybody's building underneath these 2 people. Do you think you would have to beg somebody to take your beachfront property? You got to understand this if you're going to build it. So, knowing that, who do you think I put in my beachfront? A stranger? No. My daughter Jenna left. My daughter Jenna left. My daughter Jenna went first left. My daughter Jessica went right. Why? What do you think I want the money to flow up to? My estate or somebody else's? That's my estate. Now, my daughter Jenna is all into it. She's 23. She bought her own family pack. My daughter Jessica said, Dad, I'm not into this. She's an executive for Nordstrom. But believe me, when she has 10,000 people underneath her, she's going to come running. And if she doesn't, I still have the beachfront property, don't I? You got to understand this. So this, my point is to all of you, this should get done in 5 minutes. These are phone calls. If I'm a good friend with Nicole, it's Jeff. Listen, you know what Lisa and I have done? We started something very big. It's a category creator product. Watch this 2-minute video, and I want you to position yourself because I'm going to blow this thing up. Now, Nicole knows me and Lisa. What is she going to say? Give me the beachfront property. These are phone calls, guys. Get this done. Let me give you a time frame, 24 hours. Now, you have all the time in the world. There's no time clock on how long it takes you to do your 450 points. I just want you to understand this is not something you're begging someone to take. Okay? Now, all you do now is help those two get there too. Team developer is everybody's first goal because this opens up the rest of the comp plan. Until you get to team developer, you cannot qualify for those stock option programs. You can't get matching check bonus. You don't qualify for car bonuses. This is what has to be done once. The next two on each side, doesn't matter where they start. You're not worried about points at this point. You just want to help two get two. Clear? Can it be any more clear? Okay, now, let me show you how I do it. And I want someone to participate with me tonight. If you're a guest tonight, use your chat button and tell me if you're a guest. I'm just going to role play with you. Okay? So just use your chat. I'm going to show you how I bring somebody into the business. Because I want you guys to understand this. This is not something you're begging people, please do this with me. No. This is big business. Come on, please. No. Have a home party. That's not this. Okay? So if you're a guest, use your chat. Come on. Somebody participate. Don't let this be the first time. Someone's going to say it. I'm going to give you 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay, thank you. You're killing me. Okay, who's that? That is it Candace? Okay, Candace. Thank you, Candace. Okay, Candace, who's your sponsor? Who brought you on tonight? Candace says, my sponsor is Carol. Perfect. You're in good hands. But for this illustration, I'm removing Carol, and I'm not taking you from Carol. Don't get all weirded out, okay? Okay, I'm your sponsor, Candace. So here's how I do it. Candace, based on what you saw, where are you going to start your business? Single pack, family, or premier? And Candace says, I'm going to start with family. Perfect. Okay. So now, I'm just telling you how I do it. Candace, now that you said you're going to buy a family pack, I'm sending you my website right now. And when you get it, let me know. And I send it to her. I go, press join and buy your family pack. You know why I'm doing that? I'm giving Candace direction to see if she's going to do what she says she's going to do. As soon as Candace joins, I get a ding on my phone. Candace joined. So you know what I do? I send Candace a welcome letter. And now we can have a conversation on how to help her become team developer. Because Candace, I'm going to live with you until you get to team developer. I'm going to walk you through this. I want to create a success story. But in order for that to happen, Candace, we have to have some working rules. Now, I'm going to come 50% of the way. I want you to come 50% of the way. And we're going to work out the working rules, but I'm going to share with you what I'm willing to do. I'm going to share with you what I need you to do. Do we have that agreement? Candace says yes. Okay, Candace, here's all I want you to do. And you've already done the first thing. Okay, you got enrolled. Congratulations, welcome. Now, Candace, I'm gonna make this real simple. There's nothing to learn here. All I want you to do, Candace, is through all of your people that you have in your cell phone address book, all of your Facebook friends, anybody on social media, I just want you to make sure everybody knows what you're doing. And I'm gonna show you exactly what to send the people, and I want as many eyes going to www.helo.life. That's all I want you to do. Will you let everybody know what you're doing? Candace says yes. And I'm even going to show you what to send people. Now, Candace, here's what's going to happen. People are going to respond. People are going to respond, and I'm going to be there to help you with the follow-up. I'm going to be there to help you as people get involved with three-way calls. I'm going to help you with meetings like this. In fact, Candace, if you want, I'll do a special launch meeting just for you and your team. You want to get to team developer, Candace? Oh, yes, Jeff. That's it. Your 50% is to make sure everybody goes to that website. My 50% is to help you build your business with follow-up. Because, Candace, let me ask you a question. If I got you to team developer and you know exactly what I did to do it, couldn't you teach it? Well, yeah, because I just took you through it. Now, Candace, here's your script. Ready? I even show her the script. Look it. There it is. Just send that out. This is all we did, guys, for 5 weeks. Like crazy people. Lisa on one side of the house, me on the other. Hi, so-and-so, and just copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, phone calls. That's all we did. And then we got some responses. So I could send this. Now watch this. Can I also make a phone call with this script? Sure. See, sending the text is easy. You're going to get responses. This is why we're growing so fast. People don't have to think. They just have to do. My daughter, 23, sent out 100 of these. She got 47 responses and 11 people joined her first 3 days. That was it. Okay, now watch this. Can I do a phone call with this? See, some people I'm going to have to call because I'm close. If I'm really close to Nicole, let's say me and Nicole, we're tight. We go way back, right? And we talk all the time. So you want to see how a phone call would go? Hey, Nicole, what's up? Hey, Jeff, what's up with you and Lisa? Oh, not much. Small talk, small talk, small talk. How's that macaroni and cheese that you were eating earlier? Oh, it was great, Jeff. Okay, so we do a quick catch up. Now, Nicole, listen, this is a business call because I know we've talked about this before, and I know we've talked about making money together. Let me ask you a question. Have you seen this new wearable technology yet? No, what are you talking about? Well, Lisa and I just came across something. Fox News actually says it's one of the top 5 products for 2017. And we're first to bringing it into the market. There's a big money opportunity attached to it. But Nicole, I want your feedback. Just do this for me. I'm sending you a 2-minute video. Would you please watch it? Nicole says, yeah. Okay, great. When you watch it, I'm going to follow up with you, and you tell me if you're not excited. Click. That's it. People get all weirded out. That's it. Just tell people, just please watch this. Nicole calls me back. Jeff, not for me. Okay, thank you. It's not like I just own Nicole now. Okay, we're never going to talk again. No, I'm sharing with her an opportunity. Why? I got beachfront property. And I want her to understand it. She's either open or she's not. You see, when you just take a breath and you just start following the system and don't take yourself so seriously, things start to happen. There's my advice. That's it. So guys, I'm done. I'm done. This has been recorded. I'm going to send it out. Okay. I know it's long, but that's how I do things. Okay. I'd rather you guys get the information, but I appreciate all of you. For those people getting started, welcome to the team. This is going to be a fun ride. Appreciate all of you. Thank you very much. Okay. Stop recording.